to be free. I just want us to be free. Pursuing happiness for you and me. Pursuing happiness for you and me.
Well, the way that I most like to describe the encampment is it is the solution. You are doing the work of social justice. You're creating the world that you would be fighting for in any social justice movement. And it's a practice run for perhaps something we'll never get in that way. But what I believe is the most powerful thing of the encampment is that because you experience it, you know that it's possible. And we probably will never see a world like the encampment, but knowing that that's possible is a kind of motivation that I don't think you can get any other way.
I want to represent my tribe in an educational manner.
Learn more about my community and be able to learn more different ways to solve the problem.
To learn my background history, and I want to learn more about the civil rights movement.
To learn more about what's going on in the community.
I was going to see if I could start a spoken word coalition of visual arts at my local SHAPE Community Center.
I can get a sense of guidance to bring back the diversity program that should be happening at our school but isn't actually.
There's a lot going on in my community and I want to figure out some strategies to help.
The people are suffering from a lack of knowledge, and that if you want to be a critical thinker and who has the skills and the will to imagine and to put the work into making that vision real, you have to know the history.
The use of the arts. And this piece I think is really very critical because it gives young people the opportunity to interpret the world around them and then to be able to have a way to give voice to their interpretation.
Over dramatic gestures, yes.
Even in the encampment, as far as people coming to the encampment saying, wow, I thought this was going to be one thing, but I realized it's so much more than that. I realized it's deeper than that. And then wanting to investigate that and wanting to find their voice.
When another bold and beautiful young black male comes like Emmett Till, instead of the system being a shoulder of cold, there will be a shoulder to cry on and learn to chill. I'm just being real, this is how I feel. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. When we can start being America the brave and stop being America's slave.
Or students who come and they don't have a voice, but because the encampment pushes each individual, they find their voice or find their niche. And I think that that's the biggest transformation that we can ask for, is for them to find their voice and then to utilize their voice.
I've changed in many ways, starting from being more outspoken. In the beginning, I was very shy. I didn't like to talk that much. I was more to myself. But now that I see how different cultures mix and how not only is it a one-person thing as a community, and as a community you have to talk.
I think the encampment touches everybody in very unique and diverse ways, but it still touches them. It touches their hearts, and it touches their beings, and it challenges them to think about their selves and their identity, and it challenges them to think about where they stand in the world and what they stand for.
That I'm trying to get you to is expanded to see that it's not black and white, it's not just rich or poor, it's not male or female, it's oppressed and those who are pressing. Does that make more sense?
Young people often leave with a project that they want to take home to their communities, but that project can either be, for us, it's very open. It can be an organizing project with the community around a particular issue, or it could be a digital story, or it could be research. It could be just, sort of like, what is it that has tickled the imagination and curiosity?
If we're going to be organizing, then we should have a clear vision of where it is we're trying to go, what it is we want attempting to do. That's where we're going.
This year's experience has taught me to take a true stand for what I believe in, and also be a part of the change, not just to talk about it. So when I go home this time, I plan to establish a foster care community and program on my university to serve the underrepresented population of foster youth.
Here I feel like I've become more open to working with people I usually am not working with. Because I've always had, sort of a progressive mindset towards social justice issues, but I feel like because I came to the encampment, I could, think with others who think very similarly, or,
The encampment made me feel like that I'm somebody and I can do anything as long as I put my heart to it, my mind to it.
Change I've noticed in me was that I'm more willing to help others, and I'm not afraid to use my voice, I'm not afraid to speak up, I'm not afraid to add a comment when it's necessary, to stand up for somebody else that is kind of being belittled. I'm more open-minded to different cultures and different backgrounds. I'm more knowledgeable about the history, and that kind of makes me have a really strong desire to help others.
Just looking back on the 3 weeks that we have been here, and all the hard work and all the tears shed and all the anger was built up for a reason. And I feel the happiest now in this moment because it all came to a great end, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
It has taught me a lot of things, especially have more sympathy towards other people, because you just don't know what they're going through and you don't know their issues and stuff like that, and just try to relate to them.
And it's great that they're willing, that they all came with an issue that they were trying to deal with in their community. That means they're already thinking about change and being, being forward, moving forward, being the change in their communities, which is, it's different, it's unique.
We got to get it together, brothers, unite ourselves with one another. We got to get it